You know that Pinocchio didn't listen to his father, right? And he didn't listen to his conscience. By telling so when you get in trouble and you get caught, what do sometimes some people do? They tell and make a bad problem even worse. He turned around and said there was a big blue, purple, green monster that jumped out of the bushes and grabbed me and put me in this cage. And his nose grew like about a mile long. And she said, look at it go. I think someone's not telling me the truth. And Pinocchio said, I'm sorry. Now I'm in a cage and I got a big, big nose. The Blue Fairy said, maybe you didn't listen to Geppetto, and maybe you were trying to take the easy way out, and maybe you just did wrong. What do you think about that answer? And Pinocchio said, Now, parents, grandparents, every person in life, I think, deserves one I'm sorry, right? You get one I'm sorry. You always get your first I'm sorry. After that, it's time out, right? After that, it's time out. This is your one I'm sorry. She made your nose right again and said, I cannot help you again. If you get in trouble, that's it. He thanked her. She returned to the sky one more time. Give her yet another round of applause. Now, Jimmy and Pinocchio, we're going back home. He had every intention of going back home. Until someone showed up again. Didn't you, Mr. Honest John? You caused so much trouble the first time, and he was back for more. He turned around to Pinocchio and said, oh, Pinocchio, you look so excited. You look like you need some relaxation. You need
go sit down. Angel, you already have another book.
And took him to the Barker at Carnival, at Pleasure Island. He sold Pinocchio to the Barker. We never saw Honest John again. Give him a big round of applause. All right, Pinocchio, all right. I'll tell you what's going on here. See, this is Pleasure Island. You know what you have to do. Eat ice cream, eat cake, eat cookies all day long. And guess what else you get? You get to throw bricks and windows, and you get to be really mean, get into fights. You can be as naughty as you want. He likes that. Except for one thing. You know what happens to boys when they get naughty? They turn into donkeys. And all of a sudden, all the boys that were in Pleasure Island, guess what they were saying? Even Pinocchio, his ears started to grow long, and he started saying, Jiminy Cricket said, you better get out of here before you become a complete donkey. We got to get you out of here and run to Geppetto. And he took his tail in his ears, and they were running home. And they ran home to Geppetto's house, and Pinocchio went in and said, Papa Geppetto! Papa Geppetto? Not here. And there was a note. Geppetto was going down to the sea to look for Pinocchio, where he met and was swallowed by the great whale Monstro. Pinocchio said, Jiminy, we gotta go down, we gotta rescue my Papa Geppetto. They went down to the sea, Pinocchio went under the water, and he saw that great monster, and he turned around and punched him on the lip and said, you let me in! Right now. Any day now. Well, the whale, when it was underwater, would only open his mouth for one reason. And that would be for what? And when you open your mouth underwater, does the water go out or does the water go in? And when the whale opens his mouth to feed, Pinocchio was swept inside with all these fish. Now, deep inside the whale, in a little fishing boat, was Papa Geppetto. If I don't eat fish food, I'm going to Little waste away enough. The whale opened his mouth. The fish are coming in. I'm going to go. Oh, look at that. I catch one big fish. And, oh, look, I catch another big fish. Oh, look, I catch a Pinocchio. And then what are you doing inside a whale? And he came to rescue me. Pinocchio, I really like to be here, but now we're inside a whale. How are we ever going to get out? Every time the whale opens its mouth, the water goes in, it doesn't go out. Pinocchio said, let's make the whale sneeze. So they lit a match, they set the boat on fire, and the whale turned around and said, and the three were washed ashore. Pinocchio was lying on the ground. And Pinocchio was lying on the ground. He wasn't moving. Blue Fairy, where are you? And the Blue Fairy said, he finally proved himself to be a good boy. He risked his life to save Geppetto. And she waved his hand. He stood up. He stood up. Not that time. He took his hat off to reveal he became a real boy. And Geppetto, Pinocchio, and Jiminy Cricket, how did they all live, everybody? Happy ever after. Give them a big round of applause.